It is Monday, my dudes. It is the beginning of week 6, and this is my Warpath to 600 pounds. Today is volume day, where we'll be doing 5 sets of 3 for 440 pounds. We smoked 560 last Friday, so the goal this week is to build up to a 570 pull, which will be a PR for me. Very excited about that. Feeling a little better. So we're on the upswing on the whole, stomach flu that I had last week. I'm hoping the recovery just helps me pull even more weight. Oh, spit a little bit there, gross. So, what was I gonna say? All the best stories in the Army start with no shit, there I was. So I'm just gonna preface that in case you hear me telling stories later and I start it with that, that's where it comes from. So today, no shit, there I was, sitting in my office, working, reviewing timesheets and such, the real sexy, glorious work. And I look out my window and a shadow goes by in the corner of my eye and I think, what is that? I don't see anything. I go back to work. Next thing I know, 3 more shadows. I look out my window. My neighbor has like 12 dogs. Apparently they dug a hole under the fence and like 7 of them had gotten out and were just running around in my yard. So I had to chase 7 dogs back to their house. It was a lot like Christmas Story, where the Bumpus dogs got out and ate their turkey. It was exactly like that. I was like, Bumpuses! Hooting and hollering. Long story short, we got him back home and I helped my neighbor fill in the hole under the fence. But that was exciting for, a first thing in the morning adventure. One. Whew, I gotta tell you, I still hate this hook grip. All right. All right, there's 4. Only taking about 60 to 90 seconds of rest. No particular reason other than I have a meeting starting up in 10 minutes, so I'm trying to get through it. So next week should be a little bit interesting. I'm doing a 10-pound jump this week to get to 570. That'll be a PR for me. And then we're looking at doing 5-pound jumps every week after that to just eke up to 600 pounds, because I don't want to hit the gas too hard and then, peter out at 585 or 590 and not be able to hit 6. So we're going to do some steady, consistent growth. We're doing 5x3 at 430 this week. Next week, we're going to cut down to 3x3, and we're going to lighten the load a little bit. It's going to be a bit of a deload next Monday. We're still going to try to hit intensity day, but we're going to deload from the volume a bit. We've had our foot on the pedal for 6 weeks straight at this point, and generally 6 to 8 weeks is when I start to burn out or start to fry out. So we're just going to try to preempt that by cutting some of the volume and get that rest in there. All right, this should be set 5. All right, so that's today's volume workout. Ooh, wore shorts and didn't regret it, so I think we're on the upswing from the stomach flu, which is great news. Catch me on Wednesday for active recovery. We're going to be doing some overhead press and barbell rows, and then once again we're looking to PR for a 570 pull this Friday, so make sure you don't miss that. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you later.